Kamusta mga kaibigan? Isang classic na laban na naman ng The Magician ang babalikan natin. Ito ang isa sa mga laban niya sa ginanap na International 9-ball Tournament. Ang makakalaban ni EFREN dito ay si Dennis Hatch. Hindi din biro ang player na ito mga idol. Si Hatch ay isa ding elite pool legend na mula sa Amerika. Siya ay minsan ang naparangalan bilang MVP at Player of the Year ng Inside Pool Magazine at marami na ding naiuwing kampyonato. Pero ang tanong, uubra ba ang Player of the Year ng Amerika sa mas batang EFREN Reyes? Isang classic na laban na naman to mga idol. Huwag na nating patagalin pa, simulan na natin. Ito ang 1991 International 9-ball Tournament, Reyes vs Hatch, Race to 10. Rock 1, unang sargo dito ang The Magician.
Dennis lately has just been tearing up that Florida tour. He's breaking with power and
Hulog ang isang bola sa break ni EFREN. Tignan natin ang diskarte niya dito.
a little bit underrated in a lot of categories too. His safety game has improved.
Sa larong ito pala ay 37 years old si EFREN. Si Hatch naman ay 20 years old pa lamang.
We're going to start again. You know, before the tournament began, I've mentioned 11 to 10.
Billy,
And I'm going to have a hard time doing that now, but of course I'm going to try to live up to my... On that note, we'll just continue the commentary. Thank you.
All right.
EFREN Reyes in game number 1, as we all can see, and having no... Mr. Reyes really doesn't miss that often.
And we're at the Pheasant Run Resort. This is a beautiful Willard Q-tip product. And you mentioned this was the first Willards International, but Jim Willard,
Nakakuha ni EFREN ang unang rock.
he makes the...
Is good, or maybe better than anyone in the world today.
Well, you couldn't be faulted for making such an assessment as we watch him so prettily pocket the 9-ball on the break to the spectators' obvious delight and forward to the nothing advantage. Ladies division and furnished these 26 great playing tables. All right, EFREN got kissed in the corner, Billy.
Rock 3, scratch sa break si EFREN. Ball in hand si Hatch dito.
Going around the 7 like so. All right, he ended up behind the 8 and 3 just as well, I suppose. Rail, one cushion. That was a risky shot, Billy. Fraught with peril. I didn't like his...
Had available to him was the Massey shot.
Now back behind the 8 if Dennis strikes the shot correctly. Nicely done.
I played EFREN Reyes in Munich with. I mean, he kicks as good or better than anyone in the world. There's a Massey kick there, barely or narrowly missing the 1. If he would have hit the 1, he would have gotten that side rail.
Well,
I don't agree with this because EFREN Reyes is a master kicker. To get him on 3 consecutive fouls is like...
but he did get defeated 3 cushions to the side rail using your new system, I might add, would be the best way to kick that, but who can fault his attempt?
Well,
Nice hit.
he, like I mentioned before, he's a very, very good shot. He can put him behind the 2 here. This is a very, very good. If he gets behind the 2 and cuts off that side cushion, EFREN
Quarter of an inch off the rail.
with his uncanny accuracy. Well, this is amazing. I mean,
Ang gandang kickshot ni EFREN sa uno. Pasok ang uno sa kickshot na naman. Iba talaga ang mga tirada ng prime EFREN mga idol.
4-3. He hit it a little too.
For this sport for many years.
Okay, Dennis elected to play the billiards. He pocketed the 5 into the corner pocket as we all.
Dagdag trivia pala, si EFREN at Hatch ay aktibo pa rin hanggang ngayon. Habang si EFREN ay nagko-compete pa rin sa mga international tournament, si Dennis Hatch naman ay naging isang matagumpay na local pool instructor sa Amerika.
I think he can hit this quickly enough for that. Like so.
Okay.
But now there's not the slightest chance that Dennis is not going to hit this 2-ball. Out will come.
Well, he struck it very nicely. I don't believe he's going to get rewarded for it, though. EFREN steps to the table already with a 2-0 lead game, knowing that's his forte. Okay, now the 2-ball just bypassed or passed the 4-ball on the right-hand side of the table. The 3-ball he's looking at. Maybe he's following it for the 4 on the side. Let's see. Okay, he followed across table for the 4 in either the corner pocket or the side. Now, I believe...
May be able to just more or less stop this ball. Or go forward just a hair like he did. I think he looks pretty dapper with that epidermal growth. After 9 balls, I believe.
A little bit of right-hand English, not much. Nice stroke. Make sure you get out of there now. 1, 2 cushions. and narrowly missing the 9. If he would have brushed the 9 there, he would have had a problem. But that's not the case. Game number 3 looks like it's going to go to Reyes, and it does. And he takes a 3-0 lead in the match, Grady.
Nakuha ni Efren ang rack na ito.
Has really had much to say about
Rack 4, hulog ang dalawang bola sa break ni Efren. Tignan natin ang diskarte niya dito.
pocketing 2 balls on the.
And given this last effort by EFREN Reyes, I couldn't disagree.
Okay, now the cue ball is resting against that side.
Medium speed, he's even all right if he goes forward an inch or so here, but I don't think that's going to be it. Oh, I don't like what he did there at all.
Well,
Or maybe that's
is
the
that
8 on the end rail.
well,
I thought that
obviously,
was the 4 ball.
eyes now in the lower left-hand corner pocket and forcing the ball up.
And I love his choice, the way he played. High percentage and well thought out. And just like that, it appears.
Yeah, he runs with many balls on the table. I don't visualize him.
Toward March 19th, 1991.
The same shot he shot in the last round. 2 cushions and playing the 9 in the same pocket. Game number 4 will go to EFREN Reyes.
4-0 na. Ang gaganda ng stroke ni Efren sa larong ito, mga idol.
Raised to 11. It's a $30,000 first prize. Yeah, you didn't want to be the only one to dog over the 800.
Rack 5, scratch na naman si Efren. Pagkakataon na umiskor ni Hatch.
I believe Dennis is electing to play the he's elected to play your shot, Grady, and yeah, like I mentioned, you have to have a good touch to do that. He's trailing.
From behind the 8, just lag this ball up like so. Nice shot.
Okay, here we go.
Nako, sumablay pa si Hatch dun. Mukhang kay Efren na naman ng rack ah.
Left-hand English, which is going to increase the difficulty of the shot. And the point did loom awfully large right there, Grady. Let's mark one up for you.
Well, I hate to second guess a great player like EFREN Reyes. Play to get on the 3 in the corner pocket. Now he struck this too hard.
Andyan pa ba kayo mga idol? Kung andyan pa kayo gusto ko lang malaman nyo na may bago tayong channel. Huwag nyo sana kalimutang mag-subscribe. Lakad TV ang pangalan ng channel. Dagdag kaalaman at mga misteryosong pangyayari ang content natin dun. Pakiclick nyo lang yung kulay blue na link sa comment section para mapunta kayo sa channel mga idol at ma-check nyo ang mga video natin sa Lakad TV. Maraming salamat.
The 6 is near the upper right-hand corner pocket. The 7 is at the other end of the table.
I don't think he can get an angle on this 6 where he could not get on the 7.
Okay, he stops his ball. Now what he'll do now, he'll just go 1 cushion in particular types of shots. Extreme. Well, he's gone 3 cushions around.
Well, he likes inside English.
Well, he's come up a little bit short, by the way. These are 4.5-inch pockets.
What really got to do is make this ball. They just come up 1 cushion, play the 8 in the same pocket.
Okay, this is game number 5.
And he hit it a little poorly. But he did eventually pocket the 7 ball. And it's going to be 5-0.
Okay, now Dennis had a legitimate opportunity, not once, but twice in that particular rack, and he failed on both.
Kay Efren ng rack 5.
He failed both times to. Well, thank you, Grady. I'm glad that we're back together again. It's been quite some time since we last sat next to one another. I believe it was the tournament itself.
Rack 6, walang hulog sa break ng The Magician. Abangan natin kung maka-score na si Hatch.
Just kind of, oh, he just rolled it in. All right, that's a great shot. Ball is pretty much the game ball here. That's the main ball to get on. He's done so rather nicely.
No, he's gotten a little too much of a.
He elected to play the bank.
Sumablay na naman siya sa 3. Mukhang inaalat ng Amerikano sa larong to ah.
Up that side cushion like so, putting the cue ball behind the 4-9 like he's just done. Now, if there's any.
He happened to pocket the 3. I believe you got to hit that kick a little bit. Won't have any problem with this.
Excellent speed. EFREN Reyes, by the way, is ambidextrous.
Well, he'll just come out 1 rail for this, play the 5 in the corner. And then the 6 in the side, he'll want him the high side of the screen.
This
like
particular
so.
match has certainly gone to his liking, that's for sure.
Well, EFREN really made a nice safety on that 3 ball. That's not the easiest shot in the world.
No, it certainly isn't.
And of course, he struck it with exactly the proper speed. Hatch is going to have a short evening.
But Dennis seems quite comfortable. It's a date. Seems to be relaxed, even though he's trailing 6-0.
Kay EFREN ng rack
I
6.
just need a couple of shots because I got a super break. I can come back in this.
Well, Dennis is a real good
Really, he wasn't really throwing it up in the air and just to be a poor sport. It was more of a fun thing, you know. Wow, all the nine almost.
Rack 7, break ng The Magician. Hulog ang isang bola.
He's got a shot on the one.
EFREN tried the body English. Well, he was able to get underneath the 1-2 cushions.
Notice the speed that he kicked the one with, just about perfect speed. Does Dennis have a shot here, Grady? Very relaxed and comfortable. I feel that he definitely has a shot to come back in the match like against EFREN, but if he keeps shooting like that, he's not going to come back easy. Okay, let's take a real good look at this. Let's take a real good look at it. All right, I love it.
Ang gandang massive shot ni EFREN sa uno. Ginawang simple ng The Magician eh.
Well, I would have made that match say even money for EFREN, but Dennis Hatch, 19 years of age, first moment.
And the young man is in with the possibly the greatest player in the world. Ball for ball.
You watch him methodically clear the table. His preparation for 4 in all probability
He'll
adopted.
be 19 years old, competing against the best player in the world.
Well, that's not something you'd know because of your aversion to going into combat against skilled opposition.
That's exactly right.
Well, EFREN moving ever fluidly around the table. Same 7-game edge has its way of doing that.
Yes, and it looks like it's going to even widen now to 8.
And I hate to do it, but I'm going to make a late game odd.
Tambak na mga idol, 7-0 ng score.
I make it rough
Diretso tayo sa rack 10, 9-0 ng score.
at the present run.
Okay, now in the 9 times EFREN has broken the balls, he's made the 9.
Scratch nga lang si EFREN sa Sargo. Tignan natin kung makiscore na si Hatch dito.
Closer. Dennis has really been playing terrific nine-ball. And he's made at least 4 unforced errors. Now, if you knock 4 off, at any rate, he needs to get a nice angle on the 4, which he has done. Now he'll go 1 rail, pocketing the 4 in the side pocket, and achieves the
6 is the ball that's to the left of the 4, which you just pocketed. The 5 is nearest the lower right-hand corner, which is the 8 spot, the foot spot.
Billy, out of 360 players, you couldn't draw one you could beat, and you were a seeded player, meaning that
I faltered at the end of the match, and I was really upset about that. You know, I literally gave the match away to respond to it, sitting next to you for over an hour, hour and a half. Fortunately, EFREN Reyes is
me happier, not that I'm pulling against EFREN, than to see Dennis Hatch get back in this match.
Oh, I would like to see a close.
Hello to a friend.
Well, he just motioned or mentioned something to his father, Greg Hatch, who's sitting up here beneath us.
Sa wakas, naka-score na si Hatch. Napataas pa siya ng kamay eh.
Goes to Dennis Hatch.
Prepared to watch explode.
Rack 11, unang Sargo ni Hatch sa laban.
Watch out for the scratch.
Okay, Dennis scratches on the break, pocketing 3 balls on the break.
Scratch pa. Mukhang inaalat nga talaga siya mga idol. Ball in hand pa si EFREN.
By the 5 and behind 3 balls, the 2 to spin it between the 3-6, and he does very nicely. He gets a cushion, and the 1 trickles him back at the 7. Okay, we might have.
Grabe ang bank shot na yun. Nagmagic na si EFREN, hulog ang 9. 10-1 ang score.
Isn't really disturbed about that. He's trailing 9 to 1.
Ultimately gets back.
Rack 12, break ni EFREN.
Going to give up. I don't think he has that in him.
Well, I'm not saying.
Hulog ang isang bola.
You know, when you're behind 9 to 1 or.
Which bespeaks the killer in him, leading 9 games to nothing, or 9 games to 1, excuse me, and playing the safety. Ball behind the 9. Oh, you elected to shoot it.
Ayun, nahulog ni Hatch ang uno. Abangan natin kung makahabol pa siya.
Corner. Nicely done. Punch this out, 1 cushion, like so. Starting to shoot with a little bit.
The contest. This is the first time he's been at the table for more than about 15 seconds.
He lost, I think, every safety engagement early on in this. matchup.
Oh, you know, the safety battles that young Dennis Hatch did prevail in. Getting a little close to his work, but nevertheless, he's in line for the 8. All he's got to do is stop his ball. He'll push another bead on his side, the second bead.
And he's not out of this yet. If he can get the break working, he should very shortly be right back in the thick of things.
Okay, game number 12 goes to Dennis Hatch.
Kay Hatch ang rack 12.
2 games to 10.
Diretso tayo sa rack 15.
Now he stopped the cue ball.
Ang gandang break ni Hatch dito.
Very nicely, very nicely. Then the 4.
I don't think he can push out here. And I think he will, in fact, bank the ball, like so.
And he banks it in the...
He's going to come out one cushion here. 3 cushions, excuse me.
No, he's played position for the 5 ball in the upper left-hand corner pocket. He's fallen a little bit short. Now he's going to have a little touchy. Narrowly missed the 6 and not scratching the lower in the upper right-hand corner. No, he went into the 6.
Ayun nga lang, na-scratch pa siya. Open table na to para sa The Magician.
Scratching in that corner pocket, and that's what he did. He tried to avoid the 6 entirely. When
Right. In all probability, is that
we're having an interview with Reyes. I mean, it's possible that we may, though, able to get EFREN to come up here and give him a map, by the way. Give him a map how to get up here.
At ayun na nga, sumuko na si Hatch. Ang gandang performance na naman ng The Magician.
Reyes does win this match 11 games to 4.
in a match of